Unidad 1, Parte 4, el calendario. You are going to use this video to fill in this notes page. So you have numbers 1 through 26, and we also have this. Make sure you stay all the way to the end of the video because there are a couple things that you need to add to the bottom of your list. Let's go ahead and get started. Let me go in old school here using a PowerPoint instead of Google Slides. All right, so we are in el calendario, el calendario. Make sure that while we're doing this, guys, that you are repeating after me. This will help you immensely with knowing how to say these. El calendario, the calendar. Los días, remember to pause as often as you need to so that you can get this filled in. I am going to go fast because you have the ability to pause. Los días, lunes, martes, miércoles, jueves, viernes, sábado, domingo. Those are the days of the week. Now, one thing that you need to be aware of is that it's pretty good news, actually. Days, seasons, and months are never capitalized. So you don't need to worry about capitalization. Don't tell your ELA teachers, but this is the nice thing about Spanish. All right, now moving on to los meses, the months. Enero, febrero, marzo, abril, mayo, junio, julio, agosto, septiembre, octubre, noviembre, diciembre. These are the months. The nice thing about months is that other than January, they all look like what they are in English. So they are all cognates except for January. You can see January is the only one. I mean, it kind of does. January, I don't know. Maybe that works for you. But most students historically will forget what this one is, but you won't forget the rest because it looks close enough to what it is. All right, now we have some vocab words that we need to look at. So starting with number 13, ayer is yesterday. Hoy is today. Mañana is tomorrow. So if I were to ask you what day was ayer, you would be able to understand that ayer means yesterday. A few more words related to the calendar. El año, el día, el mes, la semana. Now, number 20 is el fin de semana, which literally means the end of the week or the weekend. 21, el primero. That is what you use to say the first of the month. Make sure that you include the stuff that's in parentheses. That could show up on a quiz and you might be a little confused. La fecha is the date. ¿Cuál es la fecha is the question you ask to find out what the day is. What is the date? Usually you'll hear me say, ¿Cuál es la fecha de hoy? What is today's date? But I might ask you, ¿Cuál es la fecha de 4th of July? So you would need to know, oh, that is the 4th of July, obviously. ¿Qué día es hoy? This is what you would use to ask another way to ask what day is today. So you could ask what's today's date, or you could just ask what day. So this was just looking for what day of the week is it? Es martes. Ah, it's Tuesday. Okay, got it. Now, to say it is the whatever of the month, the 1st of the month, the 8th of the month, you need to use this formula. Es el, if it was the 8th of the month, 8th of October, 8 de octubre. So numero is where you put the number date, and mes is where you put the month. So for example, es el 6 de abril. It's the 6th of April. Es el primero. Second time we're seeing this, but just got to make sure that you definitely understand. This is what you would use to say it is the first of the month. Make sure again that you include everything that is in the parentheses. Es el primero. It's the first of the month. Now, we have moved on to the bottom section of the notes where it says la fecha / the date. So the first question says, what does the Hispanic calendar begin with? And that is lunes. All calendars in Spanish-speaking countries, well, most calendars, sometimes they've imported them from other places, so they might start with different days. But in general, what you need to know is that months in Spain, in Spanish-speaking countries, will always start with lunes, Monday. And notice, whoever made this must not have been very good in their Spanish classes, just like we take English classes, because they capitalize all of them. And we know that you're not supposed to capitalize them. They also capitalize this, and you're not supposed to capitalize that. So whoever made this must not be a native speaker, or they must not have done well in their Spanish classes, just like we take English classes. All right, now, how do you say the date? To say the date, you just say es el, the number, and then the word day, and the month. So like es el 27 de octubre. It's the 27th of October. So that's how you say the date. Es el 6 de abril. It is the 6th of April. Just like when somebody asks you what's today's date, that's the exact same, how you say the date. However, how you write the date, this is tricky. You need to put the day, then the month, then the year. So if it says 26/9/19, then you know that that is the 26th of the 9th month, September of 2019. So that is how you write the date. It always goes day, then month, then year. And this is like if I were to write down just the quick like numbers next to the day, then that is what it's referring to. Once again, using primero. So the next question says, what is primero used for? It is for the first day of any month. So for example, hoy es el primero de enero. It's the 1st of January. Mi cumpleaños es el primero de agosto. My birthday is the 1st of August. So you just use that to say the 1st. You would never say es el uno de enero, because then you'll sound like a crazy person to a native speaker. Now, birthdays. ¿Cuándo es tu cumpleaños? Is how you ask, when is your birthday? Now you need to add a couple things underneath. You have a little bit of space below, so go ahead and add this. Mi cumpleaños es el blank de blank. Sorry, random timer's going off. So this is what you use to answer. My birthday is the, and this is when you say the day, like mine is the 29th of August. So I would say mi cumpleaños es el 29 de, and the month is agosto for me. So you can figure out what it would be for yourself because you might have to use this in class. And then the next thing that you need to add to your notes page is the seasons, amigos. Go ahead and repeat. Las estaciones. That means the seasons. El otoño is for fall. La primavera is for spring. Oh, I skipped one. El invierno is for winter, probably because I hate winter. La primavera is spring. And el verano is summer. One more time in order. Otoño, invierno, primavera, verano. If you're wondering what this el and la is, those are just ways to say the in Spanish. We'll go through the difference between them. You don't really need to worry about those so much as you do need to just memorize those words. Okay, and that is all. You should have your notes page filled in with the extra stuff at the bottom.